are going to analyze two-stroke gasoline engines, two-stroke carbureted. When I mention carbureted, it's naturally aspirated. No? It's atmospheric pressure. Okay. The difference in between, one of the main difference in between a two-stroke engine and a four-stroke engine is in terms of gasoline. I am talking about gasoline. In the four-stroke gasoline engine, I have intake and exhaust valves. In the two-stroke engine, I don't have valves. I don't have intake valves, I don't have exhaust valves. Of course, I don't have camshaft. Of course, I don't have timing chain to connect the camshaft with the crankshaft. I don't have a lot of mechanical elements in a gasoline two-stroke engine. That engine is lighter in comparison with the four-stroke. It's heavy because more metal, more components. Everybody follow me? Okay, other important thing is this. In a two-stroke gasoline engine, the air and the fuel are mixed in the carburetor and enter in the block of the engine, but enter also with oil. Three elements mixed together. In other words, in a two-stroke gasoline engine, you don't have an oil pan. You don't have a dipstick to check the level of oil. Everybody follow me? The oil is outside. The oil enter mixed with fuel and air. And the oil is burned partially in the combustion, in the explosion. For that reason, in the majority of those two-stroke carbureted gasoline engines, you have a lot of smoke, blue smoke, because part of the oil is burned during the explosion. Everybody follow me? Okay, now we are going to explain some modifications when the engine is not carbureted, is injected. Okay, but this is the basic. Pay attention. This is the block. This is the head. In the head, I only have what? The spark plug. Of course, the spark plug receives the signal from the coil. Yeah? The coil sends the signal and produces the spark. And I have the block and I have the piston. But the block, in the bottom of the block, they have two holes. One hole for intake and other hole for port. Practically one in front of the other one. Let me explain how operate that. Look, this is the block of the two-stroke gasoline engine, and the carburetor is in the bottom, in front of the input port. And the exhaust manifold is in the bottom, in front of the exhaust port. Pay attention. When the piston is going down, in the moment that the piston reaches this position, the bottom position, what happened in that moment, guys? This is the carburetor. The carburetor allows the intrusion of what? Air filter, fuel, and oil. You know? Here we have a reed valve that with the pressure open and allow that mixture, air, oil, and fuel, enter over there. Look, that mixture enter here. Oil, fuel, and air. Of course, previously the explosion was produced. The fresh air, the fresh mixture push out what? The smoke, the gases. out. The fresh mixture pushes out the gases because this port is in front of this. That intake and exhaust occur practically simultaneously at the same time. You have intake and exhaust, two strokes in one. Two strokes in one. Everybody follow me? Now the piston starts to go up. When the piston is moving up, close this and close this. Yes or not?
Yeah.
And start to compress what? The mixture. When the mixture is practically here, compressed, what happened? The spark ignites the mixture and send the piston, boom, down. In this movement occur compression and power, both at the same time. In one movement, compression and power. In the other movement, intake and exhaust. For that reason, you have only two strokes, two movements of the piston. In one movement, occur intake and exhaust. In the other movement, occur compression and power. For that reason, you say this is a two-stroke engine. In terms of pollution, those engines are not efficient because it's impossible that all the fresh mixture push out the gases.
Yeah.
Some gases stay over there, you know? And finally, in the next cycle, the combustion is not complete. You have a lot of gases, incomplete gases. For that reason, those engines were eliminated. The majority of the country said, no more two strokes. No more two strokes because you destroyed the environment. No, you know? Okay, we are going to summarize this. When the piston is going down, in only half of rotation of the crankshaft, occur what? Intake and exhaust. One stroke. One stroke. When the piston goes up again, occur what?
Compression and power.
Compression and power. Second stroke. And this is the two-stroke gasoline engine.